Arsenal given green light to complete transfer for best midfielder in France by club legend. Arsenal legend Patrick Vieira has delivered a high compliment to one player who has agreed a move to the Gunners during the summer transfer window. Patrick Vieira has heaped praise on Arsenal target Manu Kone and labelled him the best midfielder in France. Reports in Italy surfaced earlier this month that Kone, 25, has agreed personal terms on a move to the Emirates Stadium this summer. Mikel Arteta is keen to strengthen his midfield and has identified the 2001-born talent as a top target, after impressing at Roma and Borussia Mönchengladbach before that. But Kone struggled with injuries towards the end of the season and was named on the bench for France's Group 1 opener against Senegal last Tuesday. He did, however, return to the starting sheet for the second group game against Iraq and impressed as Les Bleus romped to a 4-0 win. Kone kept his place in the side for the final group match against Norway and was once again instrumental as Didier Deschamps' men soared to a 4-1 win to make it 9 points from a possible 9 and finish as group winners. Although Kone's standout attributes are his defensive ones, such as tackling, interceptions and winning duels, he has a lot more to his game than that. He showed against Norway that he can be a threat going forward, too, making several progressive passes and getting into high attacking positions, inevitably having the one shot. Before the game, Arsenal legend Vieira had high praise for Kone and has all but given the Gunners the green light should they hope to land his signature this summer. He had a really good season in Syria with Roma. Vieira told ITV he came to the World Cup are a couple of injuries. It has been quite a difficult season for him. He's for me today the best midfielder in France. I'd put him ahead of Aurélien Tchouaméni and Adrien Rabiot because he has this mobility, he's aggressive, he's a ball winner, and he has the technical ability to be part of the build-up, has the facility with the ball to break lines and move forward. When described as a water carrier by Roy Keane, Vieira shut down that suggestion, saying, "I don't really like that word, water carrier. He will win the ball, but he has something more than the others, as he can play forward. Sometimes Tchouaméni can give you a little bit of frustration, too many passes sideways or backwards, but he's got more passes going forward." Should Arsenal sign Kone, he would compete alongside Declan Rice, Martin Zubimendi, Martinodegaard, Eberechies, Mikel Merino and Miles Lewis-Skelly for a place in the She next season. He has the potential to be the perfect partner for Rice, as Kone can sit in the deeper no. 6 role and allow Rice to venture forward and get into attacking positions. France star Manu Kone is completely perfect for Premier League club after rivals' mistake. Arsenal would provide the perfect landing spot for France World Cup star Manu Kone. That's the view of European football expert Andy Brassel, who has kept close tabs on the midfielder's development at Syria club Roma. Kone was handed his first World Cup start for Didier Deschamps' side in the 3-0 win over Iraq, and he's hoping he has done enough to get the nod again in Friday's group decider against Norway. Beyond the World Cup, Kone could be set for a busy summer with multiple clubs closely monitoring him. Premier League champions Arsenal are among the suitors as Mikel Arteta looks to bolster his midfield options. The Gunners have been credited with an interest in Bournemouth's Alex Scott. Meanwhile, they are also keen on Newcastle's Bruno Guimaraes and Lille starlet Ayao Bordi. However, reports claim Arsenal have agreed terms with Kone for a summer move to the Emirates Stadium. Brassel is not surprised by Arsenal's interest in the 25-year-old, who outlined his impressive skill set in the win over Iraq. It is not the first time Kone has garnered Premier League interest, with Liverpool eventually opting against signing him prior to his move to the Stadio Olimpico. But with 2 years of solid growth under his belt in Syria, Brassel believes his more defined skill set makes him the perfect addition to Arteta's midfield. In the last 2 years he's really grown at club and country level, Brassel said. He's 25 years old now with real intelligence, real energy, who you wouldn't call a straight defensive midfield player, but does a lot of the defensive tasks really well. There is an attacking side to his game, but he's not a prolific goal scorer, and I don't think he ever will be, because his job is to get the ball back and dribble it up the pitch, whilst making tackles and interceptions. Premier League clubs have been aware of Coney, and how good he is for a couple of years, and Liverpool were interested when he was leaving Borussia Mönchengladbach, but in the end he made the move to Roma. It's been a good intermediate move for him, he added. He hasn't played in the Champions League whilst he's been there, although they have qualified for it next season. He would play in it under Gianpiero Gasperini if he decided to stay, but there is this feeling that at 25 he wants to take the step up to the next level. Brassel also believes that a transfer would suit both Coney and Roma, with financial fair play regulations hovering over the Italian club. Despite being a humble guy, it would suit Roma as well, he said. They are still under FFP matters from UEFA. They need to make a few euros, and he's probably their most saleable asset. I can understand why Arsenal are so interested in him. Of course they are reported to have agreed terms. He's someone who would really match with the energy and industry of Arsenal. How Coney has really developed over the last couple of years. We always knew he was a marathon man, and he could cover every blade of grass.